Oh, what you're doing is getting offended.
I am offended. I'm telling you I am.
Then you're not ready for this conversation.
Then we're not gonna have it.
No, y'all
That's
have
clear.
it.
Hey, I've been doing what I want. Tequila in the back, baddie blunts in the front. Hey. Rolly, Scotty, Jayla, Dolly, Tinker, Lex, Body. First one on one, period. Alright, guys, gals, and everyone in between. Welcome back to my channel. It's JP, okay? And we're here to recap episode 5 of Baddies USA, Chapter 1. Let's get into it because it's a mess. And I felt like not too much happened in this episode, but the notes I took, it looked like I wrote a Wattpad story for real. Like, there's a lot of shit. And next week, it looks even more messy. So yeah, y'all, there's a lot to get into. So grab your snacks, okay? Grab your wine, and we're gonna get right into this video. Glass by James Avery. When's up? Alright, y'all, I got my drink. Alright, so first, we leave off where we left off. Okay, so Sway and Summer, they're going back and forth. Summer stands up, okay? And she's walking up right on Sway like this. Okay, y'all. And she's like, who you talking to? Who you talking to? And Sway was like, Summer, right, you right back up before I smacked up. And then boom. They just instantly start squabbling for real. So Summer gets out with her head down, like always. Keep your head up, Summer. Okay. But no shade, Sway was tagging her. It was giving real BTC fight. Like, I don't know, there's something about that fight. It gave the real BTC. So after that, Natalie questions why Summer did that. And what was the purpose of all that? And before Summer could even respond, okay, Mariah Lynn was like, cause she hating that bitch. And then, yeah. Those two go back and forth again. Not gonna lie, Mariah brought this on herself this time. She could have stayed silent, but I guess everyone was fed up with Summer at this point. So yeah, they went back and forth again. And then boop, they instantly start squabbling. Well, let me start lying. So they're arguing, and on the mat, stands up and starts walking up to Summer, like, sit down, okay? Sit down and shut up. I'm trying to sleep, blah, blah, blah. Mariah's in the background trying to get to her. But Jayla's holding her back. Jayla and Natalie were like, no, Mariah, no.
No! Exactly!
Make it quick.
Shut the fuck up. We told you I shot.
Mariah's mad. She, finds her way to Summer. I guess Jayla gave up holding her back. And boom, Mariah runs up on Summer. Okay? Summer falls on her back, okay? But it was quick. She got right back up, okay? And then we're at round 2.
Shut the fuck up.
So Summer got a few tags in, not gonna lie, second round. But security was in the middle, so it wasn't like a real fight. But in the midst of all that, Anna jumped a hoe Mac. Jumping in again. Are we surprised though? Not really. And in her confessional, she was just like, oh, if Mariah fight, then I fight. Okay, sis, I guess. Even though you low-key beat up her mom. Anyway, alrighty. So I don't know if any of y'all peeped, but I peeped that Dolly and Lex, they were not involving themselves. After Anna jumped in again, but this time it was, jumping Summer. I peeped that none of them did anything. They just let Summer do her. But honestly, after how Summer has been treating them the last 3 episodes, let alone, I don't blame her, and I kind of understand why. So Natalie yells at the girls, and she was basically like, girls, y'all need to stop fighting, okay? We're here to rehearse, and what? Okay, because we gotta get to the bag. Period.
We have to be able to separate time to get to work and the beefs.
Okay, So Natalie announces the last baddie shame, and who gets it? Can you guys guess? Real Tommy shit. Yeah, so our girl Tommy got her baddie shame, y'all, okay? And DJ Sky was not feeling it. You could kind of see her face. She felt like, oh. She got the last one, like, she was shaking her head. And child, DJ Sky ends up storming off set. Natalie checks DJ Sky a little bit. She's like, DJ Sky, like, where are you going? Come back out. We actually did have a chain for you, okay? Don't jump to conclusions. I hate when you do that shit. So she calls back DJ Sky. She lets her know she has her body chain, and DJ Sky comes back. You know, she greets Natalie, and Natalie puts it on her neck. Okay. But in the confessional, Natalie was kind of just like, you're just a tour DJ, pretty much. Like, if you were to not have a body chain, you should just be grateful to be here. Because you're just a DJ, pretty much.
Oh, DJ Sky's upset because she didn't get a chain. Well, girl, calm down. Like, you're the DJ, so just be happy to be here.
I feel a little bit bad, y'all, for Sky. It's given like she's the punching bag, but not really the punching bag. Like, it's given like they kind of, she's like a walkover to them. Like, everybody walks over her, even the littlest bitch. But I kind of feel bad, but who knows? Maybe she has a personality trait, or she is fake, or like does certain things, who knows, because there's been so many times and so many baddies to try her or like to walk over her, and I'm actually kind of feeling bad for her, y'all. Anyway, so yeah, Natalie calls Rolly and Tommy up to the stage because she wants to tell them that they are going to be helping her all baddies score, okay? Like, basically she's kind of giving them leadership roles. So yeah, to basically hold down the fortress if she were to leave or have, you know, other business to handle. So yeah, Rolly and Tommy, she got up. So Natalie asked the baddies who wants to open up for their performance tonight. Okay.
Who wants to open this shit up? For real.
And we see a few hands, but I definitely peeked to one that they raised their hand quick, okay? And who was it? None other than Co-Killer. Period. So Co-Killer feels like, you know, this is her craft, and who else can get the crowd jumping like she can, okay?
Everyone's talking about who should open the show, and of course I feel like myself, but finally, like, raise your hand. So I'm like, me. I know how to get a crowd going. I know how to perform. Like, that's really my strong point.
So Co-Killer starts, you know, warming up, rehearsing her song. It's a real bad party, you cannot get in. Hey, you cannot get friends. Fauna and I believe Tavy, yeah, hyping her up too, hitting the back, singing her leg. And Tommy, after Killer's performance or rehearsal, Tommy compliments Co-Killer, and she was like, you did the shit, okay, like, you fine. But in the midst of that, Dolly walks up and she tries to like grab the mic, I think. She talks in the mic and was basically throwing a little bit of shade at Tommy, and pretty much she was just like, girl, you only saying that like you hyping her up because you don't fuck with Cynthia, and if you know, you know, but if not, I'll do a quick summary. Basically, a few seasons ago, Tommy brought a little BB Pew Pew and Pew Pew Tink and Rolly got her lick back on Baddies Africa, I believe, and that's why Tinka snuck Tommy a few episodes ago and is not sure where y'all. Yeah, okay. Moving on. So Natalie kind of clocks Dolly, and she was basically like, Dolly, like, she don't even know that beef. Like, she don't even know what you're talking about. So the beef between Killer and Tink is pretty dumb, but it was basically over a song. Not going into full detail, but basically Co-Killer, she sampled a song from a guy, I believe it originally came from. It's a real baddie party, okay? And then like a little bit down the line, Tinka and Diamond sampled it and did their own little thing that kind of went viral-ish, okay? And yeah, that's basically where the beef stemmed from. It was given like, who did it first, blah blah blah, who owns this, whose song is this? So that's pretty much the beef. After that, Natalie calls Tinka up to perform her version of It's a Real Baddie Party, okay?
Actually, Tommy don't even know the drama. Tinkerbella, let's go. Come on. Yes. Drop that shit. Come on.
Alright, y'all. So Tinka is performing her version, of course, of her song, and she's taunting Cold Killer. Killer's booing, you know, taunting, Tink's bucking, walking up on her. Cold Killer, okay. And basically, Cold Killer feels like Tink had to shake that booty, okay, shake her booty to basically give anything because it wasn't given. That's pretty much how she felt.
Performance just gave like, let me just shake my ass because I don't got much to do, you know? So I'm like, boo, boo, bitch.
Anyways, Tanisha and Bobby call up next performer to rehearse. And who is it? Big Rich, not the little one, she said, even though she is the little one. So yes, Tanisha and Bobby call up Big Rich, okay, Big Rich. And she rapping, okay. And then she dropped a, what she said? What? The N-word, the N-bomb. Not once, but twice. But J-Love was basically vibing. She had a little look after she said the N-word a few times, but she was still vibing. And you know what? She actually ended up making a little statement. She told Gretch that she didn't appreciate her saying the N-word, but she didn't even lie. She F's with the music, and she liked the song. And Jayla was a yell girl. They hugged, you know.
As much as I want to not like you or your song, you wrote the beat. And it didn't sound good, bitch. I ain't not gonna lie, it actually did sound good.
We're moving on. Alright, what happened next? Alright, y'all, so next, Bobby calls up Suki with a good coach, okay, to start rehearsing, y'all, okay? And what song do they drop? Hey, her little bop with Sexy Red. What? Bounce that ass, you know you out. Anyway, so yes, everybody gets up, okay, and when I say everybody, I mean everybody. The BGC girls, the baddies, the security guards, okay? Let's do a cute little montage of everybody turning the fuck up.
I'm looking fine. I need a penny line.
Like that. Watch me do it like that. This a new wave, can't fake that. Making big waves
That ass, you know you are. My booty out. So yeah, everybody's turning up. Also, it showed like during the montage of everyone turning up, a few little highlights of Rolly and Biggie rehearsing, okay? When they called her out and had her start rehearsing, at the start, babe, she took a tumble. No shade. Like, she face planted. No shade.
Everyone's still turning up. I'm like, hello, Biggie, down on the floor.
It was comical, honestly. So yes, y'all, Biggie took a big ass fall and she was irritated, okay, y'all? But she was also confused because she's like, why is there water on the floor? Like, and not gonna lie, there was one little moment that had me weak. A Dolly, out of everyone, was sitting on top of Biggie, singing her song still while she was on the floor. That had me weak, no shade. So next thing you know, they call up Tommy Lee to start rehearsing. And I don't know too much of Tommy Lee, but you know, she performing her song, okay. And then in the midst of that, Tavy over here, girl, hitting Janelle from the back.
Just literally jerking my ass back and damn near taking it. I was like, damn, girl, you could have bought me dinner first.
Okay, Janelle was throwing it back, okay, giving Tavy a little lap dance. And Tommy wasn't even funny, but she was basically like, yeah, look at my girl, Tavy getting up in the back. She reminded me of DMX. Shut up.
Hold up. Who you talking to?
And I think in one of the confessionals, Janelle low-key, or high-key, foreshadowed start of the beef with that comment, okay? So Janelle had a confessional and she basically was like, you can't just be calling, you know, females guys' names. Like, you can't just be calling any girl a male's name. Like, it's not a cute look. And you never know if, you know, she might start to impress you over that.
It's all fun and games, but calling someone a male's name that is not a good look, you gotta be careful before she woo 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 on your ass.
So yeah, she low-key foreshadowed that. But we'll get into that later. Alright, y'all. They call Krishan Rock up to the stage so she can rehearse. And she's talking. She walks up to the little DJ booth. She's chatting with Sky, chopping it up, as they say. And basically, she was just like, I like your vibe. One of Krishan's hit. It's a vibe all the time. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. You gotta add that little raspiness to it, okay? But yeah, so basically she was like, I like the vibe, but I really want to embrace my relationship with God and preview my gospel music. So while she's chatting with Sky, there's this one little moment where like she's telling her to play Yahweh, which is one of her gospel songs, and the vibe starts playing. And Krishan made a comment like, Sky, you can't think under pressure.
No, can you play Yahweh? No, I'm gonna walk off. Alright, cool. I know who DJ you are. Hey, what are you doing? Pause it.
But anyways, she starts performing, okay? Yahweh! She starts performing, and Tasiti's on the stage with her. And basically, she was like, so there's no beef between my sis, I'd rather have her basically collaborate on a song with me rather than doing all this fighting, okay?
I'd rather us collab on a song rather than be fighting for no reason.
And she gets real emotional in her confessional and basically says like, this is a full circle moment for her. And yeah, I believe Bobby calls Natalie back on to the stage. Natalie thanks Tanisha and Bobby, and then she actually asks all the baddies in that room to come up to the stage, okay? So they all come up and join her. Alright, yeah. So I kind of peeped this. It could have been an editing choice, but Tanisha in her confessional low-key throws shade. She's basically like, I think this Baddies, performance is gonna be a success, but some of the girls, like, they need help with their music, okay? And I just find it funny because Krishan, I believe, was the last one to perform, if I'm not wrong. And, Krishan made that comment about Tanisha, like, girl, you here for a Zeus check, like, you don't do shade. One episode, if you know, you gotta go back and watch it. Krishan kind of low-key came for Tanisha, and then I peeped that she made that comment, and it showed that confessional conveniently right after Krishan's performance. I see what y'all doing, Zeus. I see y'all. So Natalie brings the girlies outside because she has a little surprise for them. And what is it? A gigantic Baddies tour bus, okay? It looked like one of them Greyhawks. Not Greyhawks, what is it? Girl, it looked like a big ass charter, real fancy schmancy presidential bus, okay? So yeah, Natalie, lets it be known they haven't had a Baddies bus in a while, okay? It's been a couple seasons. She lets them know it has 18 beds. Oh my god, this mosquito. And yeah, the girls are excited, and the majority of the Baddies hop right on to the MF Baddies tour bus. So on the Baddies tour bus, Rolly and Summer are having a cute little chat. Summer was like, Rolly, I'm gonna show you my baddest bitch, okay? And Rolly's like, yeah, Summer, you better, like, you do that. You show me your baddest bitch. This little scene was cute. Rolly basically gave Summer props. She's like, I love how unapologetic you are, and you're Summer, and I love that about you. But it can be a lot.
I love how you are. You unapologetic. You are you Summer, but sometimes you could just be a lot.
And right after that, Dolly chimes in and basically was like, yeah, Summer, like, here's my, issue with you. And it's not really an issue because, me and you are locked in. And before Dolly could even get another word out, Summer was just like, we're not locked in. I don't want to be friends, okay? And Dolly, like, oh, like, yeah.
With Summer, and not trying to make it like this, cause bitch, we locked in like for real.
No, we not. I don't want to be y'all friends.
And she feels like their friendship is deteriorating right in front of everybody to see. All right, y'all. So Tavy Baby ends up questioning, the big three, and was like, the big three, like, is y'all separating type shit. And Lex aggravatingly, like, you could tell she was aggravated. She was like, no. Did the head gesture and everything. No. With her hands crossed. And basically, Fauna in her confessional feels like Tavy should not be questioning them. Like, definitely if it's something that doesn't involve her, it's none of her concern, she shouldn't be questioning them because, they're still trying to get clarity on the whole situation and what's going on, and that it could start more drama. And if one of them were to pop off on her and, retaliate, would she be, ready for that type shit? And Tavy was basically like, I'm a fight. Like, if I gotta fight, I'm a fight. I am. She also says she needs to ask more questions this season. I don't know. Maybe she feels like she did a bunch of fighting last season and there wasn't enough dialogue. I have no clue. Lex tells Summer that there needs to be a conversation had, for all the shit that transpired. All the ish that transpired the day prior. And Summer was flat out just like, I don't want to be y'all friends. Like, I just don't want to be y'all friends no more. Lex gets emotional and she starts crying again, y'all. Poor Lex, I feel so bad for real. Because you can tell she has a good heart. Lex was basically telling Summer, like, I always try to have your best interests, okay? And she basically feels like Summer's taking advantage of her and her kindness, taking advantage of their friendship, and she's over it. She tells Summer, you, okay? And she removes herself. And there was a little scene where she went into one of the little bunk beds on the Baddies, tour bus, and she was crying. Smiley was like, talk to me, Lex. And she was like, no, and took the curtain. It was so sad.
I don't really want to talk for real.
What the fuck they do?
Lex. What? Lex.
No.
Anyways, Dolly let Summer know that she's not the problem. It's when she gets effed up, and that's when the problem starts. And Summer was just like, well, if that's the problem for y'all, like, let me remove myself, okay? Like, we're growing apart type shit. So Biggie, Tasiki, Anna, and Mariah Lynn, and I believe Sapphire as well too, they hop on a Sprinter to head to New York. While the girls are heading to New York, okay, the girls are on the Sprinter, and once again, Anna and Biggie have a verbal altercation again. Another sisterly fight. I swear they argue. Child, who do they argue more than? Child, they argue more than Jocelyn and Nick, okay, from Jocelyn's Cabaret, no shade. So they're basically having a little sisterly argument, and Biggie was like checking Anna, asking, basically she felt like Anna was taking up a lot of seat in the Sprinter, and she was like, why do you need a whole seat for your food? Like, and then Anna was like, Biggie, this is your Chick-fil-A. Like, I'm in my one seat. There's seats, for everyone. It's 6 of us in here.
You and your food got a seat, bitch.
Bro,
You and your food got a
I'm sitting in
seat.
one seat.
You fucking
This is
scrawny
your
ass
Chick-fil-A.
bitch. You're bad fucking
Six
my
of us,
two
I
seats.
am. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 6 of us there.
Your
I am
food.
on 5 seats.
So after that, Anna low-key kind of clocks Biggie's tea, and she basically was just like, Biggie, you're only on this Sprinter because you couldn't handle them bitches on the Sprinter bus, okay? Or not the Sprinter bus, on the Baddies tour bus. Not gonna lie, she kind of ate Biggie up there. No shade.
You know why you on
Biggie
this
threw the
Sprinter?
ranch.
Because you ain't getting on
Gave
that
it
tour
to
bus
her.
by yourself.
Tasiki gave it to her.
You ain't
Bitch,
riding with
fuck
them
you,
bitches on
bitch.
your own.
So the Baddies are still heading to New York, but Natalie Nunn is actually making a little pit stop to Virginia State, okay? So Natalie gets called to Virginia State, okay, to perform. But before that, Natalie meets up with reality veteran Mr. Ray. I believe he was on Love and Hip Hop, for you that don't know who that is. I think him and Zell had a few little moments. Yeah, just search it up, you'll find him. But anyways, he meets up with Natalie because I guess he is a Virginia State alumni, or alum, however you pronounce it, whatever. And yeah, I thought that was interesting. So Natalie lets Mr. Ray know that they're doing it different this year, okay? They are booking out the venues, okay? And they're having the baddies and the bad girls perform and do their biggest one, period. Mr. Ray is, yes, living for it, and he actually gives Natalie her flowers and says she has marked her spot in Reality TV Hall of Fame, period.
You coming from reality TV, rebranding that and making it bigger than what it originally was, like, you definitely need your spot in the Hall of Fame of reality TV.
But honestly, you gotta give Natalie her props. Love her or hate her, she still runs LA. On the Baddies tour bus, they were driving, and I guess the Baddies tour bus, one of the tires popped. Okay, so they pull over, they're getting maintenance, and there was a cute little funny moment. I'll probably add a clip in for y'all.
What's taking so long? How long y'all about to take?
For you, 5 minutes.
For me?
Oh, well, that's cool then.
Just for me.
While the Baddies tour bus is getting one of their tires repaired, Tinka, DJ Sky, and Krishan walk on a Baddies tour bus and greet some of the Baddies. So Tinka walks up to Summer, greets Summer, and Summer is basically questioning Tink. She's like, Tink, what happened to your eye, dude? And Tink was like, oh, I cut or it got something. I don't know. It was hard to hear what she's basically her eyes kind of screwed up. Okay. And then someone was like, look at my leg, look at my leg. And Tink's like, ooh. And she's like, no, it was worse than this guy. Tink started talking to someone. She's like, girl, I'm from the hood. Like, we from the hood. Don't act like you never had a battle wound before. She acting like she never had a battle wound. Like, we from the hood, dude. Okay. Tinka asked Summer, like, what's up with you, and your friends? What's up with the big three? Like, how do you feel? Because, they're supposed to be your friends type shit. Summer pretty much says she feels no way and that the floor is theirs to speak. But she also does state that if she's a problem, like, let her remove herself. And Lex was like, you're not a problem. That's not the case, Summer. Like, if your friends are telling you something in your best interest, you should acknowledge them and, consider it, take it in.
I don't want to be a problem in
No,
your life.
I feel like if anybody should be able to tell you something and you listen or you take it in, it should be from your friends.
Okay.
When we're
Back on the sprinter van with Mariah Lynn, Anna Mac, Tasiki, Biggie, and Sapphire. Anna and Sapphire are kind of trolling Biggie, okay? And Anna's like, Biggie, now why would you wear those chocolate heels to perform? And I'm not gonna lie, I was keen, girl. It was funny.
I'm not wearing my chocolate heels to wear.
Yo, Anna.
Yo,
Stop.
I ain't gonna lie, me and Anna did numbers on our sister Biggie. It ain't our fault she made them damn heels do overtime, hold her up all night, and then bitch, you had the nerve to want to perform.
So once again, on the Mac and Biggie start arguing again, okay? And honestly, this argument was a little confusing. I'm just gonna sum it up to how I, recollected it. All this talking, okay? Alright, anyway. So basically, Biggie feels like, allegedly, Anna is trying to F with her. Anna, I guess, accidentally got her face wet somehow. Didn't have a napkin to spare, I think. I don't know. And Anna was basically like, Biggie, I would never try to sabotage you on purpose or anything like that. Like, you sound ridiculous. Back on the Baddies tour bus, Krishan calls out Sky, okay? Sky's confused. She's like, well, what the hell I did? Okay? And basically, Krishan feels like Sky is an industry friend.
It's like, all right, so my shoe is like, I don't even know where to start. So look, I talked to my manager, who was like, Krishan, DJ Sky's your industry friend.
DJ Sky was basically like, industry friend, I can never be fake. I was the first DJ in LA to play Vibe. I've been around a lot of high profile clientele, so I can never be fanned out type shit. And I kind of understand both sides. It's still kind of confusing, but there's definitely some animosity building between them. Okay, so I guess there was a situation where DJ Sky snapped a picture or something of Krishan when they went to get their tattoos or something, but Krishan was allegedly unconscious during that, and then when she woke up, she was going viral. And Krishan was like, DJ Sky is quick to, pull out her phone and always snap something. Like, it's kind of weird. Krishan says she has been peeping some patterns with DJ Sky, and then DJ Sky will try to play stupid in her face and try to play innocent. Krishan says that type of ish makes her want to smack it. And if that's the case, I honestly don't mind it. I hate when a bitch play dumb in my face too. Man.
You're not pulling up the cameras all the time.
Yeah.
You
I feel
ask
that.
permission.
Only
Can I
because-
post
I
this?
get what you're saying.
No, it's common sense. She's older than me.
I already know what type time Sky on, and when Sky be playing like that shit gonna make me slap a bitch. Like, I can't play dumb with you, bro. This shit is getting on my nerves. Keep playing dumb with you. How old is you? 40?
So yeah, pretty much Rock felt some kind of way. So Krishan basically was like, Sky, me and you are communicating so our relationship can get better. And Sky was basically like, I don't know why, you think I'm fake or disloyal. I never moved fake or weird with you, blah, blah, blah. Krishan was like, well, I feel like you're getting offended. DJ Sky agrees and was like, yeah, I am offended, bitch. And then Krishan was like, you're not ready for this convo we need to have. And Sky was like, good, because we're not having a period. And yeah, so VSU, yes, they call out Natalie Nunn. Hey, Baddies. What?
Post for me.
So yeah, they call out Natalie Nunn to perform, and it was really cute. Natalie lets it known it's cute and all to be a baddie, but school comes first, and education is important.
Daddy, school of cops. What we doing, VSU?
So Natalie's turning up, okay? She also had the VSU dancers come out to perform to one of her tracks.
Because I got the VSU dancers and we want to have fun.
I was like, you know what? I'm gonna incorporate the Virginia State University dance team to come out and dance and give them some shine. Like, why not?
So yeah, she feels like she wanted to give them their shine, and yeah, they turned up. Baddie, school o'clock. Or whatever Natalie said, y'all. So the next day morning, Natalie invites Rolly to her room to have a convo. So basically, Rolly walks in, she greets Natalie. They have a little margarita, I believe. Whatever it was, martini, I don't know. They sit down and they start talking. Rolly fills Natalie in on the big 3 fallout. And Natalie is goofing back because she truly didn't see this coming. Natalie also states that she hates when her and Rolly argue and fight because she has a different relationship with Rolly than she does with some of the other girls. But she does give Rolly her 10s, okay? She gives Rolly her props. She says she's been stepping it up and she's glad she's doing her big one. And she feels that Rolly could really hold down the fortress if she needs to. Rolly appreciates everything Natalie says, and she says all she ever wanted was respect, pretty much. So Natalie lets Rolly know that there's a Baddies New York headquarters, so they head out and meet up with other baddies. Alright, so in another room, Scotty is chilling with Capri. It was so funny. Capri was just laid out on the couch, y'all. Anyways, Biggie walks in and greets Scotty, yes. So Scotty telling Biggie she looks cute and pretty, and they're all chatting it up. She's playing with Capri a little bit, and Biggie was like, I'm team boy, like, you'd be such a cute boy mom type shit. And in the midst of them talking, Tommy and who? Big Lex, not the little one, okay, walked in and greet Scotty and Biggie. So I thought all the ladies looked amazing, like they all looked so good. And everyone's greeting each other. Lex greeted, Scotty and Biggie, and she also congratulated Scotty again on her little bundle of joy.
Yeah, I want to tell you congratulations again.
Thank you.
On your bundle of joy.
Thank you so much.
Because we're not going through that this season.
Yes, I thought that was so cute and sweet. Alright, yeah. So yes, Tommy is playing Peacemaker, okay? And she basically lets Scotty and Lex know, like, we're not doing this. We're not doing that this season, okay? Lex feels like it can be cordial and there's no issues, and she just wants to move past, whatever beef they have. Scotty agrees and says she actually really wants to get to know Lex, and yeah.
I can be cordial. I don't have a issue with you or anything.
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel about me, but
I want to get to know you, Lex. Like,
yeah.
I do. Like,
and I agree.
Tommy is happy for the girl. She's glad they resolved their issue and they can move on.
Lex and Scotty are the same bitch in different font. They literally got on jerseys and shorts. You and this bitch got more in common than y'all lead on, and maybe that's why y'all bumping heads. Shit don't be that serious at all.
They did talk a little bit about their previous issues, but they feel like, it was dragged on. So everyone's happy. Lex is glad the girls came over, and they all head out to go get some food. Okay. Alright, so in the next scene, we have Big Gretch, none other, and Smiley walking the streets of NYC. So they're just chatting. Summer and Gretch are like, yeah, we need to go shopping, girl. Smiley says she doesn't have to pay for anything when she goes shopping. And Summer's like, well, girl, you need to come with us, okay? Smiley asks Summer, she's like, what's really going on? Because there were some kids that asked about the big three. Like, what's the real tea? What's the issue? What's going on for her? And Summer basically is like, I don't know how to feel. I just feel like they're not being my friend. Summer was like, yeah, I don't know how to play fake with anybody. But they were talking to her. They were like, I feel like y'all were really good friends. Like, people love y'all together. Summer like, yeah, people did look at us as like superheroes. Smiley feels like there are some real emotions and that they really need to chat and have a conversation. But Smiley did keep it real with Summer, and honestly, I don't think I ever agree with Smiley in anything except for this moment right here.
It's on some real shit, cause I'm gonna keep it real with you. You get drunk and you be on some dumb ass shit. Don't actions, you be switching. I ain't even gonna cap to you.
So Smiley basically was just like, Summer, like, you cool and everything, but it's when you get drunk. Like, when you get drunk, you be on your dumb shit. Like, you be acting dumb and you be switching up. Like, you need to have a conversation with them sober. And I couldn't agree more. Oh yeah, also Lex had said that she feels like the big three kind of were holding her back from making friends with some of the other girls, and she feels like a break is definitely needed. So anyway, the girls are heading to the Baddies New York estate, okay? Natalie and Lemmy surprise the girls on the tour bus. Yes, all the, baddies turning up with the CEOs and the boss, yes, okay. And then out of nowhere, I don't know if Tommy was off her medication. She said something about her medication in the confessional. But out of nowhere, she basically asked all the baddies, like, anybody got a problem with me? Anybody got a problem? And they're all just like, looking around like,
got a problem with me?
What the? Rolly was confused, like, what the hell going on? And then again, out of nowhere, Tommy tells Tavy she looks like DMX, y'all.
She remind me of DMX.
Oh Tommy, don't do that.
Bitch, you remind me of a little Rough Rider. You feel me?
So Tavy felt disrespected, and she checks Tommy. She's like, girl, why you calling me DMX? Like, you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna disrespect me. They're going back and forth, bickering. Tommy got her finger in Tavy's face, and Tavy's like, get your finger out my face. Get your finger out my face. I need to do more New York. Get your finger out my face. Y'all, it's so bad. Lemmy's kind of stepped in between Tommy and Tavy, like trying to hold them back, making sure they don't fight. And Tavy was like, I will hit you right now, but not through the boss. I'm not gonna hit you through the boss. Janelle foreshadowed that for sure, because now Tavy is on one. Okay. Alright, so after that DMX comment, Summer in her confessional was like, Tavy's a pit bull. She basically called Tavy a pit bull. I thought that was the key. But they need to stop doing Tavy wrong. Anyways, fast forward, okay? So Dolly asks Scotty and Lex where they've been all day. Scotty lets the girls know that her and Lex actually made up and the beef is squashed. All the girls are like, yes! They cheers to growth, okay? And period. Lex feels like she's on a clean slate with everyone. And yeah. So after the girls cheer, Rolly asks for Sky. And she basically tells Sky, like, some of the baddies are concerned and want to make sure that their music is being played correctly.
Sky, we do have cast members here that are concerned about, their music not being played right. So you gotta play the songs right. Why would that ever be a problem?
And not gonna lie, Scotty was kind of being a girl's girl or whatever. And Scotty actually stuck up for DJ Sky. She's like, she worked with a lot of high profile clients. Like, she be doing her big one, y'all, blah, blah, blah.
I be working with some high profile ass people, so she be on her shit.
And I guess Rolly was saying something like, well, Tommy had yelled at her on stage for something, screwing up the music or whatever. And DJ Sky was basically saying, like, Tommy gave me a hard drive, a flash drive with all corrupted files and tracks, or whatever like that. After that, Krishan was like, oh yeah, When I asked her to play Yahweh, she played Vibe. And Sky was in the confessional like, I don't even know why they're bringing that up. Like, that wasn't the real performance. Like, it's a rehearsal. Like, it's not that important type shit. Her and Krishan kind of going back and forth. And then Krishan reveals something like, oh yeah, and you be liking slick, shady posts about my sister. And DJ Sky was like, what? I've never done that. Like, on my kids, on God, I never did no shit like that. But baby, Krishan pulled out those receipts real quick, okay?
Okay. See, but eat these girls up. That's me right there. She liked it. What do you mean? That's messy.
I'm just like, what the fuck?
And honestly, we're feeling the tension and animosity build up. It's really giving the frenemy season, honestly. Nunu is standing by Krishan and trying, to calm her down. She's basically like, you and Sky King cool, like, don't do that, like, you and, her were cool type shit. So Krishan is pulling up the receipts, showing some of the baddies. DJ Sky is basically not admitting to it or saying it's real. DJ Sky was like, babes, that already has been debunked. Like, I never said that. On my daughter, on God. Krishan feels like DJ Sky needs a storyline and she's being messy. So yeah, Sean feels like DJ Sky really just doesn't want to be a DJ. She really wants to be a baddie. Okay, and that's why she's being so messy.
Now she want to be a baddie. So she likes some weird stuff for my reaction.
My daughter!
Girl,
oh God! On the ground, God! I didn't do nothing like that!
So while DJ Sky was like, no, I put that on my daughter, I put that on God. She's like stepping up, touching the ground. Krishan's like, yeah, move closer. And like, she's getting real heated. Like, you could tell she's trying to put the pause on DJ Sky, but she's trying not to take it there at the same time. The bickering continues, and next thing you know, Sean throws, I don't know what it was. I thought it was a shot glass, but it might have been something else. She throws something, hits DJ Sky in the face, okay? So after that, DJ Sky talks, and the next thing you know, boop, throws something right back at Sean. I don't know if it was the same object or not. And then boom, Sean rushes her, and boom, the episode ends. Yeah, it's really giving frenemies for real. No shade. Alright, but on the next week episode, it showed Sapphire and Krishan in the Splinter chatting. Sapphire's just like, damn, I hate when friends fight, because I've been through that. Krishan was like, she's not my friend, period. Okay. Then it shows Tavy. She is hyped up, okay? There's a little group of girls around her she's chatting to, and she's like, yeah, because she keep calling me DMX, like, blah, blah, blah. And Tommy walking right up behind her. And the next thing you know, mushed her out of her, okay? Tavy mushed the hell out of Tommy, baby. Tommy's head went, okay, she did the Matrix, no shade. They start squabbling, okay? Looks like Fauna tried to maybe break it up. I don't know if it was successful, but yeah. Then after that, it shows our girl Coco, and she's basically talking to Nunu in the kitchen, okay? And she's like, yeah, you ain't gonna talk shit about my homegirl, okay? Like, don't say nothing about my homegirl. And Nunu was like, well, I have. The shit has been talked, okay? And then, boom, Coco takes off on Nunu. And I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of giving a tie. But then at the end, it kind of looked like Nunu might have got the advantage. Like she was dragging her Coco by the hair. But we're gonna have to wait next week and see. Okay, yeah, so our girls, Coco and Nunu, get it popping in the kitchen, okay? Natalie questions DJ Sky about why she stormed off the other night during rehearsal. Anna comes for DJ Sky. She's like, you're so desperate. Like, you want to be a baddie so bad. And then, boom, see and hear a loud behind smack, okay? It looked like she popped top of the forehead, but baby, that thing was loud. She smacked the hell out of DJ Sky, no shade. Tavy and Fauna, tension is building, and then it showed a little snippet of, I believe, Biggie, Marsh, and Krishan chatting. Tasiki walks in, okay? Krishan questions Tasiki like, why are we beefing? Like, what's going on? Siki said something like, Sean just keeps doing too much on the internet. She keeps antagonizing her on the internet. We do not need this storyline again, okay? And next thing you know, Tasiki kind of walking up on Marsh. Marsh is sitting down, okay, y'all? But then she starts pushing Tasiki back, okay? She pushed her like maybe 2, about to be 3 times. Tasiki throws off her jacket and they square up. And boom, the girls start tussling them. Okay, so we're getting Tasiki versus Marsh round 2, maybe 3 and 4, who knows? And I want to see if Marsh did Tasiki in, as Summer stated in one of her Instagram lives. I might try to post that so y'all can see. But yes, thank you all for tuning into this Baddies USA episode 5 recap. Period. If you stay to the end, you're a true bad bitch, okay? And drop a nail, as we say. Drop a nail emoji down below. Period. And I'm also going to be reviewing some Now That's TV shows. So yeah, let me know if y'all want me to start on that ASAP. I want to review Dollhouse and the new South Central Baddie season. Because yeah, it's tea. It's too much tea, as Barbie would say, okay? But yes, thank you all so much. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for viewing. Thank you for everything, okay? And yeah, remember to be the bad bitch you were always born to be, darling. Because who else is going to be the bad bitch for you? Mwah. You all have a good night. Stay safe wherever you are.